The Georgia Senate has a proposed Bill 88. It's their own version of Don't Say Gay, which prohibits both public and private schools from even talking about gender identity or sexual orientation. On February 13th, the Georgia Senate's Education and Youth Committee met to discuss this proposed bill. Despite there being a room full of concerned citizens, they chose to only hear from those who support this hate-filled legislation and refuse to allow anyone from the opposition to speak. One of the committee members even raised this point up before the committee, saying, hey, this is wrong. We shouldn't only be hearing from one side. And this is how that conversation went.
It does seem fundamentally unfair to actually, it's one thing, although I disapprove of it, to allow no testimony. It's another to allow testimony from only one side. And I think that's really a black eye on moving ahead on this when there are this many people here. I also want to note that there's opposition to this across the ideological spectrum because we have these frontline, very conservative group, liars opposing it. I just think it probably needs a little bit more discussion.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we've had 4 public hearings that have gone on for hours, and we've vetted this bill very extensively. It's changed quite a bit based on each public hearing. So that's, the bill that we've got in front of us is because of all the public comment that we've heard over the past year. So this bill, in my opinion, has been vetted very thoroughly. We've got a motion and a second. All in favor of do pass, please raise your hand. All opposed? Passes 6-3. Thank you all very much.
Now, before this vote even took place, one of the Democratic senators asked the audience how many were opposed to this bill. Look at all the hands that went up. They were cram-packed in here, and the chair completely ignored all of those who were opposed to this bill. So what can you do? Next step is contact the Senate Rules Committee members, and we've already made this so easy for you. Just scan the QR code or go to this URL, and you'll be able to quickly and easily send them an email. Next up, you want to make sure you contact your representatives and tell them to vote no on this bill, should it make it all the way to the full Senate or House. And last but not least, make sure you've joined Stop Moms for Liberty and Georgia's Stop Moms for Liberty so you can learn the facts and join the fight to protect public education.